Carrie Underwood is currently receiving some vicious backlash online for her decision to perform as one of the musicians at Trump's inauguration. And I'm really excited to see this because I listen to her music. She's an amazing singer. She's going to be performing America the Beautiful, and she gave a statement about why she is doing this. She told the Post, "I love our country and am honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and be a small part of this historic event. I'm humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." I can't think of anything that should be less controversial than that. But now people are acting like they're surprised that Carrie Underwood happens to lean Republican.
I mean, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she just doesn't care about politics. I don't know.
You know, I get that, and people like that do exist, but we live in such a polarized time still.
It's hard to buy that they don't have at least a little bit of an inkling. Otherwise, they would just say no and stay out of it entirely.
I must assume that Carrie Underwood did vote for Trump because of this move, and she's also, you know, openly religious. And I was just watching a music video that she did for her song "See You Again," and it's literally showing clips of kids hugging their dads when they come home from deployment and people getting baptized, and then it's just like American flags everywhere while she's belting. And I'm just like, yeah, if you can watch this and not shed a tear, you do not get to be a citizen of this country. Also, this is definitely going on the citizenship test when I become dictator.
You know, you look at pictures of her. I don't use the term conservative coded very often, but you know.
Do you have one in particular that you just saw and you were like, oh yeah, she's a Trump girl?
No, you look at her and you're just like, I imagine that when you come off of the, you know, the Fox clone lot where they clone all of their hosts, they kind of use her as a benchmark.
She might have been in the same petri dish as Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, they're kind of all cloned from the same place.
For anyone who might be unfamiliar, would you mind showing us what you mean?
I'm trying to find a suitable image that would have. It was the one that I saw yesterday where I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. Am I supposed to believe that this is not?
And for those listening, she is just a beautiful blonde, tan, white lady who, you know, plays country music, and that's what she's been known for years. She luckily never strayed from that path and went into any other genres. I love that she has always just stayed in her lane. She's very unproblematic up until now.
She's joining American Idol, probably because it has American in the name. That would be my guess.
I'm just saying,
that was old. That was from August.
She's a blonde country singing white woman. You should not be surprised that perhaps she is a Republican.
She would try that in a small town.
She would totally try that in a small town. Or was that even the way the song went?
No, that was... she would have been the person who says, don't try that in a small town. Yes, you get the point.
You get the point.
Don't have to explain it.
So here were some of the responses to the announcement of her performance. One said, "I can now smile because I have a reason to hate her." Another one said, "This is my 9/11. Carrie Underwood singing at Trump's inauguration is your 9/11.
I mean, actually, that's an interesting discussion to have, to think of, like, if you can be that politically polarized to the point where your favorite singer, like singing for for a president that you hate, is like the end of the world for you, but not being smart enough to look at all in which she entails with her music, her style, and not put two and two together that it's possible, even just a little bit, that she might not think of the world. Actually, I kind of envy that. Like, where you can just be like not thinking about it. Like, wow, I'm just going to listen to this amazing country artist who's putting American flags everywhere and showing people coming back from deployment and baptisms, and just assume that they're like a default liberal, I guess.
I don't even think any of these people who claim they used to like her ever did like her. And I will say, I'm just so tired of the trend of hating country music just for the sake of it. I'm not the biggest. No, it's totally a thing still. And at least among, you know, millennial urbanites, who think they're above their hometown. It's totally still a trend to hate on country music just for the sake of it. Like, oh, that's coworker music, or that's like hillbilly music, or whatever. They just apply any label to say like, I'm just like really artsy and deep, and like I just don't like country music, as if there's never been like deep country music, which is insane. I'm not even like the biggest country music fan, definitely not even close, but I don't like the performative, like superior attitude that people have about it.
There was
and the people who like it.
There was like a scene in like an old episode of Bones where like they're investigating the death of a country singer, and they just have John Francis Daley just say, I normally hate country music, but this song's actually pretty good. It was like some writer was a millennial who had to get that dig in there at them.
Here is another response from the Lincoln Project.
Oh, well, that's a trustworthy source.
They say, gonna be awkward when she performs before he cheats. Get it? Because he had sex with Stormy Daniels or whatever. Yeah, and another one said, maybe that's why he effing cheated, referring to her song. Here are some more on her Instagram. Have been a fan of yours from the beginning, but just heard you'll be singing at Trump's inauguration. Just lost all respect for you. How can you support someone so hateful? I'm sad to hear this news. Another one said, heartbroken. Always loved you, but I won't support your actions.
Of course.
Like as if she just killed someone?
Yeah.
What, where do you get the audacity? And then I also saw people pointing out that in a far less polarized time, Hillary Duff performed at the second inauguration of George Bush.
Yep.
I never even knew that, but nobody brings it up because it was just a different time. And similarly, back in, it must have been around 2004, Britney Spears said, yeah, like, Bush is like our president, so we should like
support him.
Yeah, like support America. And like celebrities as big as Britney Spears back then had the liberty to say things like that.
Well, it's because they didn't actually look into any of it, and the internet didn't make it. Like the point was like back before the internet on your phone,
right?
You were kind of allowed to just either not have an opinion about something or be what somebody else thinks of as ignorant about something because you weren't expected to know everything. And
you definitely couldn't have pulled out a phone and given Carrie Underwood a piece of your mind if she did something to piss you off.
My mom, like my dad was a classic rock guy. My mom was a huge country fan, so I grew up with both genres.
Carrie Underwood?
We're talking about 2 decades before then, but
no, okay.
Way before then.
Well, Carrie Underwood has been a big deal
Martina
for a long
McBride
time.
would have been a big artist that my mom listened to. Judds, stuff like that, which would have been probably inspirations of hers, decades previous.
But you guys aren't from the South.
No,
just random.
Country music doesn't. You don't have to be. There are country music stations all around the country.
But like living in Maryland, growing up in Maryland, there wasn't that. There wasn't a country music station.
She also liked Jewel, and
I didn't know people who like listened to country until I moved to North Carolina. So like, it really is kind of a localized thing.
Thank you, yeah, guys. Reba McEntire also big.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's not just that though. It's not just her. It's the Village People. So I actually made like a solo video like a month or 2 ago when the head writer, the head of the band basically said, yeah, I didn't want him to use it initially. Now I'm okay with it because he was making money off of it. Because he had gotten the rights to use the song. He had gotten the licensing for it. And there's actually, if you guys don't know, there's actually a Wikipedia page just designated for all of the artists who have told Trump no for their music rights.
And it's how many artists
it's
long?
It's a lot. It's like there's probably.
Are we in the triple digits at this point?
Probably pretty close.
What's your body count?
Like that's what they'll do in the future, like to presidents. Like how many bands have turned you down? Yeah.
Well, it's bragging rights for something, I guess.
The Village People are going to perform live at Turning Point's inaugural Eve Ball. So they're going to a Turning Point event.
Okay. I guess that Charlie Kirk was responsible for this.
Must have been. I like this headline though from this is why TMZ is still the funniest out of all of them. Village People, Trump is our macho man.
got a gig for inauguration.
They're going to be dancing to one of his favorites as he celebrates his inauguration because the village people are booked for one of his events. Yep, that's
incredible.
That is amazing. So
gotta say, Carrie Underwood is better.
There you go.
By a long shot.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.